Hey everyone, I'm Rob and welcome to the test drive. I hope everyone's doing well and hanging in there. There hasn't been a ton of content on the channel lately just because I can't really get out and do too much. I do have some videos that I'm working on of my own vehicles. I have some modifications on the way, and then I have a bunch of reviews lined up that I will be filming here very soon. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button because there is a bunch of awesome content coming. I have some modifications on the way for my 2019 BMW 440i as well. So super exciting. We're gonna keep working on the vehicles that we have, but in this video, I'm gonna take you through the 5 things that I absolutely love about my 2020 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Rubicon. This Jeep is probably the coolest vehicle that I've ever owned. I've had it for about 3 months now. The last 4 days in Boston have been absolutely beautiful. I haven't really washed this Jeep very much since I bought it, but I actually did wash it yesterday. I got the tires all shined up nice, and it looks really freaking good. I've been absolutely loving the 3-piece hardtop as well. I had these 2 panels above the front row off the last couple of days, which was a lot of fun. Today it's 58 degrees, so maybe not nice enough to have this open, although I probably still would, but we are filming, so probably would ruin the audio if I did. But it is a lot of fun. It's really cool that you can open this up a little bit without having to do anything complicated, without having to unbolt anything. So for the first thing that I absolutely love about my 2020 Rubicon is, of course, the looks. This is such a badass looking Jeep. It is the best looking factory Jeep that you can buy, at least in my opinion, probably in anybody's opinion, honestly. It looks so good, so mean and aggressive, and it just looks like it could take on any terrain, any obstacle you throw at it. I love these massive all-terrain tires. I love the fact that you get a 1-inch lift from the factory. And if that wasn't enough to distinguish this from every other Wrangler trim level, you also have Rubicon badging pretty much everywhere outside and inside of this Jeep. And that's primarily the reason that I wanted a Rubicon. I mean, I'm definitely gonna take this Jeep off-road, but I don't think I'm gonna be doing that all the time. This is primarily my wife's vehicle. It's actually our business vehicle, which is why it has the F45 badging all over it. So I don't know how much time this Jeep is gonna spend off-road, but I'm definitely getting a beach driving permit. We're gonna have some fun adventures with it this summer, but for the most part, it's gonna be driven on the pavement. However, the second thing that I love about my 2020 Rubicon is the off-road performance, because I really feel like this Jeep, even in factory form, can take on pretty much anything. I feel like it would take a lot to get this thing stuck. Now, I haven't gotten to mess around with it too much yet. I have driven it on some dirt roads uphill, and it did not even come close to getting stuck. Pretty much 0 wheel spin. Didn't even really have to put it in 4-wheel drive. I feel like these all-terrain tires are so good, but I would love to take it somewhere where I can actually play around with the sway bar, because this is a Rubicon. You can disconnect the sway bars, and that is really cool. That gives you so much capability. But honestly, I mean, I haven't even driven it in 4 low yet, just because I haven't had a reason to. So just wait, because this summer, the off-road content is happening. It's gonna be awesome. I cannot wait. I know there's a bunch of places where I can take this in New England and have a lot of fun with it, and really get to test out the capability, because this is an expensive Jeep. The sticker price on this was almost $51,000. So you might as well get to use some of that capability reliability that you pay so much money for when you buy a Rubicon. So the third thing that I love about my 2020 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon is how luxurious it is.
I was used to the previous generation Wranglers. I have driven a bunch of them, and they were okay even when you got into the higher trim levels where you could get leather and, you know, a navigation system. It was the old Uconnect system that I really hated. I was so impressed when I drove this new generation Wrangler for the first time because luxury-wise, it's a lot more on par with a Grand Cherokee. Now, you still have all the rugged elements. You have handles everywhere. Not every surface is this plush, soft, leather, vinyl-wrapped thing, but it's really nice. You have a leather-wrapped steering wheel. You have these very soft leather seats. The material quality is so much better. You have way less hard plastic, and the overall build quality is so much better. I mean, just driving this, it wanders less, the steering is tighter, the interior is much more modern. I'm just really impressed with what a difference it is from one generation to the next. It is a totally different Jeep. It feels different, it rides different, it drives different. It's so much nicer. Now, the fourth thing that I love about my 2020 Rubicon is the attention to detail. Because this is a Rubicon, you have Rubicon badging everywhere. You have it in the seats, you have it on the outside of the vehicle. I love the Rubicon graphic in the instrument cluster when you start it up. You also have a little Jeep front end inside of the headlight, which is so cool. You have the red theme with the giant red panels on the dash, red stitching on the steering wheel and on the seats. I feel like FCA really gave it a lot of thought and carefully planned out all of the little details of this Jeep, which is something that I wasn't always used to seeing with Jeeps. And the last thing that I love about my 2020 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Rubicon is the community aspect. This Jeep gets so much attention. People walk up to me at gas stations all the time. The Jeep wave aspect is really cool. It's amazing how few people don't wave back when you do the Jeep wave. Pretty much everybody waves back. There's such a community, of course, among Jeep Wrangler owners. It's like you're part of this special club and you don't even have to know anyone else that has a Jeep. I do know a couple other Jeep Wrangler owners. It's a really cool thing to have in common. It's really cool to see what people do with their Jeeps because Wranglers are so modifiable. There's such a large aftermarket community, and we definitely are going to do some modifications to this Jeep. I'm probably going to make a separate video about some of the things that I have planned for it so that I can get some opinions and see what you guys think. So watch out for that because that'll probably be one of my next couple videos. I would love to get some subscriber or viewer input on what some of my plans are for my Wrangler. There are so many things that I love about my Jeep, but I would have to say that those are probably the top 5. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any awesome upcoming content. I have so many more videos in the works. So stay safe and I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye-bye.